say Chelsea advance, they would then play the winners of Real Madrid or Liverpool, most likely, of course, to be Real Madrid. So if you're a Chelsea supporter, you're very happy with your position at the moment. According to the bookies, as it stands, Chelsea are second favourites to win the Champions League and replicate what they did in 2012. Robbo, do you agree with the bookies here?
To a certain degree, because I think they've got half the job done tonight. Real Madrid and Liverpool aren't at their very best. Real Madrid, I thought, were good last night against Liverpool, but I think if they go through and play Real Madrid, Chelsea have got every chance. And if they defend like they did today and they get the wing-backs high up the field and they get more from their front players, and everybody's right, their front players aren't playing well enough at the moment. We talked about Timo Werner, we talked about Havertz. If they can get their front players playing better, they've got every chance of getting through to this Champions League final. There's no doubt about that.
Frank, I was told you had a shocked face when you saw those odds.
Yeah, really. Really, we talked with Jürgen Klinsmann, about the fact that Bayern Munich is not done yet. So I know the bookies are wrong. You cannot say, you can have, a feeling, but you cannot say that Chelsea maybe has a chance to win the Champions League. I think they're still far away from even thinking of that.
No, but here's the thing, Frank. Here's the thing. If I'm like, from the bookies' perspective, yeah, right. Say Bayern Munich come from behind, whatever, knock out PSG. They're still going to face Manchester City or Borussia Dortmund, probably City. So then City or Bayern Munich go through to the final. Chelsea have an easier path to the final. Then it's a one-off match. So that's why they've got them, and the odds are so favourable to Chelsea.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and of course, in one game you can you don't know what can happen, and it happened for them when they play against Bayern Munich in 2012, away from home in a way, playing the final in Munich, and it can be, it's possible, but as Robbo just said, they would have to be more consistent at front. They would have to be stronger in the middle of the park in order to just hope of winning something. Manchester City, Bayern Munich, PSG, I think, are still better right now than Chelsea. It will be a lot of circumstances to see Chelsea getting the trophy. I really wish them, but it will be really something amazing.
If you're Chelsea right now, you wouldn't swap places with anyone, would you, Gab?
No, you wouldn't, because City, Bayern and PSG are pretty good, but relative to Chelsea, but that's an understatement. But we're also talking, this also suggests that, whoever Chelsea play in the semifinals, assuming they get through, are basically a bunch of cream puffs, and they're not. Real Madrid may have had a horrendous start to the season, but if they win the Clásico this weekend, they'll be in a pretty good position to challenge for the Liga title. The Courtois, Modric, Kroos, the way they performed against Liverpool, again, not against a bunch of no-names, that was pretty convincing. Equally, if you put them head-to-head, Chelsea against Liverpool, it doesn't strike me that Chelsea ought to be massive, overwhelming favorites. So I think there's still a ton of work to do. And I find those odds a little bit curious that people are so emphatic in having them as second favorites.
I agree fully. And listen, I understand why PSG and Bayern Munich are below Chelsea in the betting odds, given they're in the other half of the draw. And to your question, yes, right now Chelsea is in the best position of everybody left in the competition because of their win. Exactly. But freely assuming that Real Madrid complete the job against Liverpool and Chelsea do the same against Porto, I think right now, I think Real have... I make them favourites. Right. Over a Chelsea team, as good a performance as it was, and Robbo touched on it, you're going into what is effectively, what is a Champions League semi-final with no strikers, or your strikers desperately out of form and lacking confidence. You don't do that you can't get away with that at Champions League semi-finals. If those two come head-to-head, as scorelines right now suggest, I think Real beat them.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.